going on, guys? We kind of got a special treat for you today. It's gonna be hopefully not that long of a video. Couple things. One, we're gonna be doing some shocks and struts on a 2010 Ford Focus. Basically like a high school friend kind of like reached out to me and asked if I knew anyone or if I did mechanic work. I told her I've been doing mechanics since 2007. So we're going to be doing this car, and then we're going to be road tripping it all the way down to the city to drop it off to her. So kind of excited. I just want to get it done, get it back in her possession. I don't like, having other people's stuff for a long time. So, but we're going to jump into it. Driver's side is done already. I did that last night. I just wanted to get it done and over with. Plus it was getting really late. I didn't finish until like, I don't know, it took me about 45 minutes for the driver and front and rear. So we're going to be doing the passenger side today. Fairly simple. I'll kind of walk you through it so you can have an idea. But on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm probably going to give this about a 3.5 out of 10. So it's nothing too crazy, but so let's go ahead and get started. Ta-da! Sway bar link. Perfect. Show you the setup here quick, but this is what I got. Jack, good old Minnesota rust. So I jacked it up on the pinch weld. That rear side I'm probably gonna jack up underneath, like the lower subframe or something. We'll see, but it's gonna be a 19 to zip these guys off. Nothing crazy. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and zip them off quick, and yeah, hopefully I don't look like a damn fool on camera. Using the trusty back. These chrome cap sockets suck ass. I hate them. Come on, you. Shit. Comes off. I can see that she got a new CV axle put in not long ago. So, that's cool. Alright. So, basically what we're going to do to do the fronts, you're going to pop off your outer tie rod end. You're gonna, well, I'll do this right now, but disconnect the wiring for your ABS, or your, ABS. There's a clip, gotta pop that off, and then there's an 18 mil bolt. Hopefully you guys can see right here. So we're gonna soak that real quick with some PB Blaster, let it marinate. Sway bar, links are, I want to say, a 15 mil, and then you're gonna need an opening wrench. Like how I did the other one is I just kept this one attached, and then I just went down and loosened that guy, and then the two bolts, or the 13 mils for the top of the strut, pop those off. The whole assembly came off after I hit it with a hammer on this side to kind of loosen up the corrosion. But Very, very straightforward. So we're gonna hit the top with some PB Blaster on the 13 mil nuts. We're gonna bust them loose quick. Hopefully you guys can see that, but just like that. Do that 3 times. Alright, once you get that free, then we're going to move our way to, we're going to pop this guy off quick here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I want to say that, what is that, 4, no, so that's a 15. Yeah, 15 mil. And then we're gonna put the nut back on, and I'm gonna thread it down to where the threads are barely sticking out of the nut, right about here. Hopefully you guys can see that. You want it just flush, right? Then you're gonna take the socket and the nice hammer poo and hit the shit out of it. Just like that. And then once that's off, then you'll be able to get more angle to pop the old strut out, basically. Don't lose this, you're gonna need it. So we're just gonna put that right up here. Or not. Okay, so we got that. Really no play in it, so that's good. So now we're gonna get the 18 mil. Hopefully you guys can see it. Right here, that guy. So we're gonna, I wanna say it's 18, yeah, it's gotta be. So, then we're gonna use 1/2-inch breaker. This is where it can kind of get tricky. Soak the backside here. Great spray and oil penetrant on my GoPro. Just perfect. At least it'll never rust, right? So we're gonna go ahead and try not to smash my knuckles. Oh, man. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright. Try to persuade it with the impact here. I just don't want to snap a bolt. Oh my God. Woo! My butt was puckering. We got that guy out. We are going to put some anti-seize on it, so, you know, it won't happen again. something like that. All right. So now we have to get to this 15 mil. It's a 17 actually. 17 on this. And once we get this guy off right here, then we'll be able to just get a hammer, hit this fork part, and the whole thing will drop right out. There you go. Once you get the... Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Ta-da! So you want to pull this guy out, and this basically makes it so you can pop the brake line out like so. Should be able to. Should pop it out like that. Then it's out of the way, right? So now we just gotta get to 17 on the back. There we go. All right. Bolt one out. Bolt out. So, yeah, that's what happens when they don't want to come up. They get stuck. You gotta cut them. So, okay. Now we can just toss everything together. So, shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some NACs right in here. Make my life a little easier. Be careful, NACs gets on everything. Kind of walk you through quick how this goes, but if you see right here, you're gonna have a part where you're so this bottom portion is gonna go into the fork, right? This one right here to your left is gonna be for your brake. That's gonna be for your sway bar link, and then that is going to go all the way into the fork. You have to make sure it's seated, otherwise you will not be able to put the bolt in. So, just a warning. So, we're going to take the sticker off, take the nuts off. There we go. Okay. So once we kind of get that in the air, alright. So since I got that in there, this basically took the nuts off at the top where it holds it on, and now I'm just going to take a hammer and pop it in. We're going to attempt to bad mama jamma in there. basically I'm trying to tap it in. I'll show you guys here in a minute, but okay, I almost got it seated in there. I'll show you guys in here in a sec. But basically, I'm going to hit the side of the fork. As I'm doing that, I'm pushing down, and hopefully you guys can see. But right in there, you'll be able to tell once it's completely seated when it's clear inside. You'll have nothing like protruding out of the hole or nothing like that, you know what I mean? So, finish popping this in here. Almost, a little bit more. Pop that guy on. If I can. What the hell? There we go. And then this is gonna go just like that. Basically, I guess you would call it like a spring clip. That goes on like that. And then you're gonna take your little hammer, tap it in, get it started, like so. And then alright. So there we go. Installed. That guy right there. So since we got that on, we're gonna go ahead and put our outer tie rod on. I'm not gonna tighten it down, I'm just gonna start it. Just so it's kind of out of my way, so to speak. Okay, so we got that on, Now we're gonna jump on top. And put our bolts on for the so you guys hear what I'm doing. See that? Trying to line up these holes on the top of the shock. Kind of a pain in the ass. Almost. There we go. Just toss one nut on, hold it. All right. Ooh, that was a close one. Almost lost my socket. Oh, you son of a...
Damn it. Here was my socket. All the way back there. Just perfect. Really? There it goes. Alright. Hopefully it fell down there. Alright, so got the 313s on the top. Now we're basically done. Except for tighten this guy up. And we gotta put sway bar link on. Now sway bar link kind of goes on one way, so it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. So it's gonna go something like this is gonna be back on the lower, this is gonna be on the top, right? So we're gonna go like underneath, that goes like that. One nut. And then bottom one, it's kind of a pain in the ass. When I did it yesterday or last night, I had to push down sway bar link and push it on, and then hopefully it went in, but so something like that. Ugh, son of a bitch. All right, and then nut on the back side, and I want to say these are 17 mil nuts. Again, it's going to be different where you buy your parts, because not all aftermarket parts are the same OE bolt or nut size, so keep that in mind. Just because you took it off with a 15 mil, you know, your old part, you know, there's a chance your new stuff is going to be completely different, so keep that in mind. So we're going to shoot this down, at least the shoot this guy down. Impact. Oh, it would help if I got the right size. What the? And then the bottom bolt, we're going to use a ratcheting wrench. Okay. And then the bottom. Where the hell? Where is my other? Is that it? Sweet baby Jesus. Alright. We're gonna hit it from the back. No pun intended. Course. We need a vice grip. There we go. Alright. Ta-da! Alright. So look, lower and top is tight. Now we just gotta tighten up this tie rod end. Oh, man. There you go. Set it for kill, baby. And now you just want to go over, check all your work, make sure, you know, everything's tight. Do a wrench check, bolt nut check, make sure everything, you know, because this shit's important. People's lives are in your hands, you know. So be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, don't fuck with it. So that guy's tight, bottom's tight, tie rod's tight, clips in for the brake line. This one was attached with the old bracket. I'm gonna try to pop that off. If I can't, I'll just put a zip tie on it so it'll be out of the way of the wheel. But other than that, top 13s on top, they're tight. I'm gonna just discard the old ones because put them in my bolt bucket. But this is done. So we're gonna toss the wheel on quick, and then go put a new battery in the GoPro and start on the back. The back is really easy. It's just an 18 mil and I believe a 13 for the top, and that's it. So, but I'll be back with you guys in a second here. Just like that. Get a couple lug nuts here, get it started. When you're putting lug nuts on, put them on by hand. Don't pull a SAM and put the lug nut into your socket and then just, you know, smoke it down out to Alabama. Don't do that. So put them on by hand. And then we are going to torque these two. And just like that. I'm checking for bad wheel bearing, tie rod end. It's not bad. So damn corrosion, I swear. Perfect. Look how nasty that is. Oh my God. We're gonna clean it up quick. The old, yeah. Ta-da! Back when I worked over at Tires Plus, when we were doing training, they said the #1 leading cause of tires coming off is corrosion and just not torquing them down like what they're supposed to be. So we're gonna clean this up because this is pretty bad. So we're just gonna give it a nice little wire wheel just for peace of mind. Rochelle's a good person. She's a good friend. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go the extra mile for her because, you know, kids and all that stuff, you want to make sure they're safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit and hopefully not get any rust flakes in my eyeball. So if this was my car and I was driving it, I wouldn't give a shit. I would have like 2 lug nuts on it and all the corrosion in the world, not give a shit. So, but gotta make sure people are safe. Oh, not too shabby, huh? Hell yeah. Go grab some tools here and walk you through this step by step. This side's actually a lot more easier than the other one because it's literally just 18, 13 on top, and that's it. Alright, same thing. There's the bolt's gonna be right underneath. Where the hell is it? On this back side here. I gotta show you guys. You guys see that? Right here? See where my finger is? This guy. Just hit that up. And give it a little minute to penetrate, or, you know, whatever. Penetrate is such a dirty word. Alright, hopefully you guys can see that. So vice grip right on it, on the shaft of the actual shock, so it'll stay, hopefully. I'll be on the inside shooting it loose. Isolator, washer, nut, all that fun stuff. Now we're gonna pop off the lower bolt. If I can get the right size, damn it. There we go. So the bottom bolt is going to be a 15 mil. The one on top is a 13. So remember that. So we're going to go from the back and shoot her out just like that. Ta-da! There it is. So that's the whole thing right there. And actually, They look like original ones, but they're so bad. The other side was worse. So now, got all that out. So now we're gonna be opening up this guy here. You got your isolators, rubber, and your washers, and your nut. We're gonna pop this guy off here quick. Let it do what it's gotta do. Pop all this back in here. So these are fairly simple. Think of it as like your bushings, if you will. So you're gonna basically make like a sandwich, right? So you're gonna have your nut, take your nut off. One washer is gonna go like that. Fat side is gonna go down. Thin side, small side is gonna go up, because that goes into the chassis mount area. I'll show you. Quick. That guy up there, hopefully you can see it. But so that's gonna go like that. And then once you put it up there, you're gonna basically make another sandwich again. You're gonna, fat side's gonna be on top, washer, and then your nut, if that makes sense, right? If you do not remove this guy, you will not be able to get the upper top rubber or the steel washer in its place. Ask me how I know. So we're gonna go ahead and let this fucker expand all the way, and then we're gonna put some anti-seize on the bolt. This anti-seize is just, I hate working with it. It gets everywhere. Anti-seize is really good though, because you know, when you live in areas where they salt the living shit out of the roads, you know, it's just that much protection, you know, for your bolts. You don't want to snap bolts off. Who wants to do that, right? That shit sucks. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to show you guys here what I'm gonna be doing. Push down a little more. Hopefully you can see that. Right, this area is where the bottom bolt of the shock goes. The one I just put anti-seize on. So we're gonna fish it through, and then that goes up. Okay, hope we can see that. Put it right there. Move you guys out the way. Ah, come on. All right. Once you get that bottom bolt on, we're gonna go with inside here, and I'll kind of show you. So make sure it's kind of center. Two sides. Big side is gonna go up, because that's for the washer. This side's gonna go down, just like that. and in the process lose the nut. So that goes on top, and then hope and pray you can, and that goes on. So this is how it goes, right? Shaft, small side down, fat side's going to be up, washer, and then your nut. And then you're going to smoke it down to Alabama. Oh, wrong size. There we go. Okay, that's the right size. I had to get the right size here. Once you get the right size, so the new ones in this case are going to be 14s, so one size bigger. There you go. Now you successfully put rear shocks on your 2010 Ford Focus. Yay! So all I got to do is bolt check, but everything should fairly be decent as far as, you know, being tight and whatnot. But we're gonna toss the wheel back on, and yeah. So we're gonna make sure everything's good. The driver's side, when I took the wheel off, it was corroded really bad too, so I had to spin it over a little bit to get that noise out, but it should be good. Lower and top bolt are tight, so we're gonna go ahead and toss the wheel on. Alright. Hope you guys can see this. It's going to be a 19. Alright, so we're taking it for a little cruise here. Turn the radio off. So, ride's fairly smooth. Can't feel bumps anymore like you used to before. So decent little car for sure. Anytime you get any kind of suspension work done, whether it's inner outer tie rods, you know, shocks or struts or anything like that, the rule of thumb is you want to get an alignment just to make sure your camber and caster and all that's good. So, you know, it's just one thing to look for. She says she does need to get tires. These tires are pretty bad, so I think alignment's the least of her worries right now. I mean, for what it is, the car is a decent car for sure. It runs and drives good. Handles a lot better now.